What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is January the 21st, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we will start off here in Washington, D.C., and then we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Hello, Agent.
And starting off at the top, we have the Chain Killer. This is the named Walker and Harris chess piece, my bad, with Perfect Headhunter. Now, Perfect Headhunter is a really sought-after chess piece, especially with those sniper builds with Determined, those pistol builds like, you know, either Perfect Determined, the Prophet, or even the Harvest is a good one for headshots as well. And chaining that up with the Chain Killer is a great combination. Now, this one comes with skill haste and armor regeneration. I'm not a big fan of having either one of those for this. I would really just go with crit chance and headshot, to be honest with you. So I would pass on this one, even though it is a good chess piece. Moving on to the weapons, we do have a P90 with rate of fire and Optimist, an FAL with stabilize and magazine size, and finally a Card 45 with headshot and Optimist. Looking at the gear items, we have a Wyvern backpack with double crit and calculated, okay, and an Alp Summit chest piece with skill damage, hazard, and gunslinger. Looking at the mods, we have headshot 6.9, drone damage 4.1, turret damage 4.2, and sticky bomb damage 6.2. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops, sadly, I would say no. There's nothing really at the Base of Ops that I would recommend. I mean, even the Chain Killer, it being such a sought-after chess piece, it's just not that great of rolls this week. All right, here we go. Countdown vendor. Ooh, right there. Dark Winter. Go to the Countdown vendor right now. You have the Dark Winter. Remember, this got a huge buff this season to 90% crit hit damage for that Perfect Killer. 90. So pick this one up right now. Change the swap speed off for damage to targets at a cover, and you're good to go. Again, Countdown vendor. Get the Dark Winter right now. This is a huge pickup. Very good. Do this right now. Great weapon. The other two, we have a swap chain. This is the named MP7 with Perfect Unwavering, and this one with Rate of Fire. And finally, the Percussive Maintenance. This is the named Alp Summit backpack with Perfect Tech support, and this one with Repair Skills and Headshots. But it's all about the Dark Winter. Pick up the Dark Winter right now. Countdown vendor. That is a huge pickup. That's really good. I'm happy for that one. Wow. Wow. Wowie wooey. That was a very good surprise. All right. Before we get to the clan vendor, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms. So if you are interested in joining the clan, make sure you jump over to my Discord, and there are separate tabs for the different platforms. You can put your name in there, and then whenever I have spots open, I will send out a mass message, and then you can just reply, and I'll send you an invite. But all right, with that being said, here is your clan vendor. Starting with the Calibre. This is the named Shoddy with Perfect Jazz Hands, and this one with max armor damage. All you would have to do is change the optimal range to damage to targets at a cover, and you're good to go. But for me personally, I'm not a big fan of this shotgun. I would rather use like the like glue. That's a good one to use instead of this. Going to the gear set items, we have Aces and Eights chest piece with max crit hit damage. Not bad. A Cavalier backpack with crit hit damage. And finally, a Heartbreaker holster with health. Looking at the high-end items, we have a SIG 716 with Sadis and Accuracy. A 612 with health damage and breadbasket. Overlord Mask with headshot and armor regeneration. Not bad. Golden Gear holster with max repair skills and skill haste, a snub-nosed Diceros with crit damage and fast hands, and then our last two high-end items, we have a Legatus backpack with headshot, armor regeneration, and tech support, and then finally a Cheska chess piece with headshot, status, and tag team. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.9, armor on kill 16.8k, hive health 8.0, and drone deflect duration of 6.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. To be honest with you, I mean, the Cavalier and the Heartbreaker, the armor rolls are high enough to where you could just recalibrate, the bottom attributes to whatever you want, and you're good to go for those. The Overlord did catch my eye, but I would change the weapon damage over to an armor core. That's just me personally. And that was really about it. Yeah. Not too much over here at the base of ops. I mean, that Dark Winter was a great pickup, but I mean, besides that, it's been pretty lackluster. Let's jump over to the campus and see if we have some better luck. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on. We do these weekly vendor resets every single week, so make sure you ring those notification bells. That way you don't miss a single one. Here we go. Campus settlement.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Starting with the Quiet Roar. This is the named LMG with perfect overwhelm, and this one with reload speed. Following that, we have a covert SRS with damage to targets out of cover. Those are decent rolls on this sniper. Okay. You could pick up this sniper, change breadbasket off for determined, and you could even put this together with the chain killer. Remember, perfect headhunter. So putting that with determined is just a game changer for the snipers, and this is a good one. Damage to targets out of cover, decent rolls. This sniper in particular does have it's a okay rate of fire. I mean, 60 a minute. It's really okay. But once you max this thing out and have expertise, you'll be hitting well over a million just base. And then it'll just keep going up and up and up. I mean, right now it's at, an 885k base. But that's not even maxed out with no expertise or anything. I mean, you could get this sucker way up there and then just start one-tapping everything. I mean, that's not bad. Not a bad sniper. I'm not the best sniper. I will never be the best sniper. But I do know a good sniper when I see one, and that's a good one. Moving on, we have a RPK with health damage and steady-handed. Araldi Mask with headshot and status. Ooh, that would be nasty. With perfect trauma. Yo, that would be crazy. I might just have to. I'm not a big sniper fan, but that would be crazy. Put that with perfect trauma, and then you shoot him in the head. It confuses them for a long time, and then shoot him again. Oh, dude, that'd be sick. And then finally, we have a Douglas and Harding holster with status and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.6, chem launcher and snare duration 7.3, hive healing 4.5, pulse cone size 6.3, and trap shock radius of 5.9. But must buys, things to look for from the campus. The covert SRS. The Araldi's not bad, but that covert SRS just changed the talent over to determined. But alright, that is it for the campus. Now it's time to go to our Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go! And just a friendly reminder, for all of these Dark Zone vendors, you need DZ resources. So go to your resources tab, and just above the keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. Now this is the only currency that these vendors will use. So remember, you have to have Dark Zone resources. The only two ways is to open up the little blue boxes that are in the Dark Zone, or deconstruct contaminated items and then extract them as DZ resources. But alright, here we go. Dark Zone West.
Hey, Agent.
Starting
Good
with
to
the
see you.
firm handshake, this is the named Sokolov concerned gloves with status effects. This one with crit chance, I mean, that's not bad. You could change the weapon damage to a skill tier or armor core, something like that, and have that max crit with status. I mean, not bad at all. It did get a little bitty buff from 15 to 16%, but it's still not that great, in my opinion. Moving on, we have a Marine Super 90 with optimal range and Ranger, a Urban MDR with perpetuation and magazine size. To the gear items, we have Cavalier gloves with status, Cavalier knee pads with crit chance, Sokolov concerned gloves with skill haste and hazard, and finally Richter and Kaiser knee pads with double crit. Very cool. Those Richter and Kaiser knee pads are pretty rare to find those. Looking at the mods, we have Disorient Resistance 8.5, Seeker Mine Radius 4.1, Shield Damage Bonus 4%, Firefly Damage 5.7, and finally Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ West. To be honest, none of these are really like must buys. I mean, the Richter and Kaiser are rare. You could put that with the Catharsis, change the skill tier to like an armor core. That would be pretty nasty. A lot of fun.
I
But
appreciate your
I don't know. That wouldn't really be for everybody. But all right, that is it for Dark Zone West. Let's take our talents down south to the deep south, DZ South. Let's go. Oh boy, we going down south. All right, here we go. All right, DZ South. Here we go. Big money, no whammies.
Nice to see you.
Ooh, Anarchist Cookbook. This is the named Golden Gear backpack with Perfectly Wicked. Just change the repair skills to whatever it is you want. It doesn't matter. This is a really good backpack. Highly recommend. Armor regeneration really works, not only for the Golden Gear, but also with Ridgeway's Pride. Not bad at all. Just change the repair skills and you're good to go. To the high-end items, we have a Black Market T821 with strained and magazine size, a Carbine 7 with swap speed and overflowing, and finally a Military M9 with accuracy and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Eclipse Protocol backpack with skill haste, Hot Shot chest piece with status, Heliguard backpack with galvanized armor regeneration and hazard, and finally Sokolov concerned chest piece with max weapon handling, skill haste, and explosive delivery. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.4, drone plus 2 extra bombs, turret damage 4.3, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must buy things to look for from DZ South, I would say the Anarchist Cookbook is most definitely a good pickup. Now, before we get to DZ East, we're going to make a pit stop over here to the Castle Settlement. Make sure you go to the descent entrance. That way you can just run up the stairs, pet the dog, and then hit the vendor.
Combat simulation program.
So you
active.
just run up the stairs here, pet the dog. What up, Ransom? How you doing? You know, make Ransom happy. There you go. Good doggy. And then just run over to the vendor before the music, you know, makes your ears bleed. Because they ramp up the volume over here. I had to turn my music down all the way. Because they used to hit me with copyrights because of this song so damn loud. Alright, here we go. Castle Settlement. The Tabula Rasa. This is the named LMG with perfectly steady-handed. And this one has exactly what you want. That armor damage has that bottom attribute. Not bad. It's not my favorite LMG, but I do know there are a lot of people that swear by it. And this is a good one to pick up. Following that, we have a custom M44 with health damage and vindictive, a classic M60 with magazine size and breadbasket. For the gear items, we have an electric mask with max skill haste. Not bad. You can just change the repair skills to skill damage and you're good to go. And then finally, a Wyvern holster with explosive resistance and headshots. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, chem launcher duration 4.3, hive duration 4.2, pulse cone size 6.3, and finally trap duration of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from the Castle Settlement. The Tabula Rasa is not bad, and the electric mask is not bad either. All right, let's finish up the Dark Zones with Dark Zone East. Now, for Dark Zone East, I go to the Alpha checkpoint, not the main entrance, and I just exit out this checkpoint, and there's the vendor. Now, yes, you will get hit with a double loading screen like this, but I promise you it's faster to do it this way than going to the main entrance. Because if you go to the main entrance, you will spawn way out there, and then you have to run all the way through the courtyard.
Access granted.
So this is quite a bit quicker. All right, here we go. DZ East.
Always happy to see you, Agent.
Ooh, the fan favorite Carnage. Pick up the Carnage right now, and it has damage to armor. This is exactly what you want, and it comes with Perfect Sadist, amplifying your damage by 35%. I will use a Carnage build this week because of this. So look forward to that. I will have a Carnage build this week. People keep asking me for it, and this is a perfect one to pick up. So I should probably make a build video on it, showcasing this, and then that way you can just pick this one up at DZ East, and you're good to go. All right, so look forward to that. Now, after the Carnage, we have a Model 700 with magazine size and Optimist, and a MG5 with breadbasket and headshot. Looking at the gear items, we have Negotiator's Dilemma Mask with weapon handling, a Virtuoso holster with near max weapon damage and crit damage. I mean, that's a good one. That one's really not bad. People keep telling me to try out the Virtuoso. I'll try it out. Following that, we have Douglas and Harding Mask with max weapon handling and max headshot. That's crazy. But the weapon, okay, I get it. I mean, it's basically the punch drunk without having the extra headshot. Okay. And then finally, Araldi holster with repair skills and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 10.2, chem launcher burn strength 6.5, hive range 4.0, pulse radius 8.5, and trap shock radius of 5.8. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ East, the Carnage. The Virtuoso is not bad. Not bad at all. But you could easily get those from Countdown. But most definitely the Carnage. That's a good one. All right. Let's go to our last stop for Washington, D.C. The theater. The theater. We are going to the theater. All right, here we go. Theater settlement.
Always a pleasure to see
Starting with the boomstick. This is the double barrel shotty with perfect pumped up, and this one with accuracy. Following that, we have a M870 with headshot and eyeless, a SIG 716 with swap speed and preservation, Richter and Kaiser gloves with repair skills and skill haste, not bad. Richter and Kaiser knee pads with crit chance and weapon handling. And then for the mods, we have ensnare resistance 8.3, seeker mine damage 4.1, shield deflector damage 4.1, firefly damage 5.9, and decoy duration of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for from the theater. Well, actually, the Richter and Kaiser gloves are good for a healer build because you get the repair skills from the 3-piece bonus. You get the incoming repairs. And this comes with repair skills and skill haste. You could easily just put this on a healer build and help yourself out with your own heals. Not bad.
Great doing business with you.
All righty, then that is it for Washington, D.C. So let's jump over to New York and get you out of here. Remember, this is a reset day, so we have Reanimated today. We have the new Scout today. We have this new vendor reset today. And we have a new Descent comm that we have to farm today. We also have the times 5 XP event coming in a few days. So that's another thing to look forward to. But all right, here's Marco.
Hey, want to make a trade?
Starting with the Vector 45 ACP, this one with headshot and eyeless. Following that, we have a MG5 with crit damage and ranger, a SIG 716 with in-sync and max armor damage, and a D50 with, determined. Holy guacamole. Just remember, though, the D50 was dramatically nerfed into the ground, actually. So instead of using the D50 with Determined, I would highly recommend going for the Harvest with Determined or going for the Profit with Perfect Determined. Because remember, the D50, this was the only pistol, if you remember correctly. It's the only pistol that got a huge nerf. So yes, this does look really good, but just remember, it did get a big nerf. I would go for the Harvest, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, come on. Harvest. Do it. Just do it. You want to do it. Do it. All right, here we go. Gear items. We have a Wyvern backpack with combined arms, explosive resistance, and weapon handling. Richter and Kaiser knee pads again with weapon handling and armor regeneration. And finally, a Hanayu mask with skill damage and crit chance. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.7, bleed resistance 8.3, shield deflector damage 4.1, firefly speed 7.8, and trap duration of 4.3. Now, must buys, things to look for from Marco here at the Haven. To be honest, nothing really. Maybe the Hanayu if you change the crit chance to skill haste. That could be a good one for skill build. But really, that's about it. I already told you about the D50. It does look good, but there are such better weapons out there. I think I have both of them right here. Yeah. The Prophet right here, so much better. And then the Harvest, look at that, almost 600k for that base damage. It's pretty deadly. Anyways, moving on to our last vendor of the video, Roy Bonitz. But wait. Make sure you pet the dog, man. Interact with this dog twice, all right? The first one, it's the same always. You're petting the dog, release that dopamine into your system. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about the doggy. And then that second interaction, well, that second interaction's random, so here we go. What's he going to do this week? Oh, he rolled over. Oh, he rolled over. Oh, my gosh. Awesome. All right, here we go. Roy Bonitz.
What can I do for you?
Starting with the Born Great. This is the named AR with perfect stabilize, and this one with magazine size. Following that, we have a Black Market RPK with crit damage and future perfect, an LVOAC with rate of fire and lucky shot, and then finally an X45 with flatline and swap speed. Looking at the gear items, we have a Grupo chest piece with repair skills, armor regeneration, and tamper proof. China Light gloves with skill haste and explosive resistance. And then finally, Golden Gear mask with skill damage and skill haste. Now, the China Light gloves, just remember, you could change the skill haste to skill damage, run skill damage, explosive resistance across the whole build, and you could pretty much be immune to your own mortars and sticky bombs, you know what I mean? So that you wouldn't accidentally blow yourself up. Wouldn't be bad. Now, finishing up with the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.0, shock resistance 8.5, drone duration 6.3, pulse skill haste 4.7, and trap duration of 5.9. Now, must buys, things to look for from Roy Bonitz. Really, not much. The China Light could be good. I already told you how. But that's really about it.
Thanks.
All right, so we had the Dark Winter, we had the Carnage, we had the Anarchist Cookbook. There's a few goodies to get today for sure. But overall, I would give this vendor maybe about like a 7.5 out of 10. That Dark Winter is a really good pickup. I'm not going to lie. That is a good one. So make sure you pick that one up and look forward for that Carnage build. I'll be doing a Carnage build this week. But that's it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, January the 21st. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. And remember, I do daily Division content. So ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single Division video. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And peace out.